Nighat Siddique, so kindly give us a little bit of an outlook as far as the whole election process till now is concerned.
Something very exciting happened yesterday, and that was there was a big number of women voter turnout, and there were long lines of women very eager to cast a vote. That shows the kind of interest that the voters have, and the kind of trust that they have in the system. It was overall a very peaceful election. It ended very well. The poll closed very well. Um, uh, what I can say is that it's very important for us to understand the process after close of poll. Now, as I said, the trend was that the voters started coming in after 2 p.m. and as per the law, whoever is within the boundary of the polling station is supposed to cast his or her vote. Now, if there are 100 people or 150 people, the presiding officer of the polling station is by law legally bound to let them all cast their vote. So that's what delayed as the first step. And then after the closure of the poll, the counting starts and the presiding officer starts counting in front of the polling agent sitting in the polling station. After the count, he gets the Form 45 signed by the polling agent sitting in his polling station, and then he puts it at a conspicuous place outside the polling station. He pastes Form 45 outside the polling station for the public to see. After that, he packs up all the sensitive and non-sensitive material of election material because he has to carry it back to the RO's office to hand over to the RO. Now, from that area, there are 6, 7, or 10 presiding officers who are going to move together as a convoy along with the security personnel, security, because they're carrying a very sensitive document because at in the presence of the polling agent, this Form 45 is sealed in a temper evident bag. And all the presiding officers carry these temper evident bags with the security along with the election materials to the RO's office. Now imagine around 500 or 700 presiding officers moving towards the RO's office. They have to stand there in line, give their election material, that is that compartment of screen where you cast your vote behind the screen, that, then the ballot boxes, then the packet, then the seals and everything back to the RO's office. Then the RO opens up that temper evident bag in front of everyone, takes out Form 45, looks at it if it's okay or if calculation is done okay. If presiding officer has signed it, stamped it, put his thumb impression on it, all these are check boxes that he has to check these points. After checking it, then he, through his data entry operator, he he punches it into the EMS election management system, from where Form 45 is added to Form 47. Now he does the same thing with 700 presiding officers. It's one man doing all this process with 700 presiding officers. Initially, we were planning to do it through a mobile app that every presiding officer had, and he only had to take a picture and send it to the RO office. The moment it reached the RO office, it would have uh, gotten fed into the RO's EMS system instantly. But because of some connection problem, the connectivity, this mobile service and its connectivity, they had to carry it personally by hand manually and do it manually and take it there. Once that was received by the RO, then he started tabulation in Form 47. That takes time. We all have to understand that takes time. Even if we give 15 minutes to each presiding officer for taking the form and punching it into EMS, imagine now multiply those 15 minutes to 700 people. And then I'm talking about an ideal situation where the presiding officers reach quickly to the RO's office. In Baluchistan, in other distant areas where there's a tough terrain, imagine the distance they have to cover to reach the RO's office. And imagine the security situation that they have to have, they have to cater for to reach the RO's office. We should factor all these things in when we talk about any kind of process, electoral process, and the different stages that we go through. But Alhamdulillah, we've received a big number of, I think, more than 50% of the results, and now the momentum is built up. We are receiving the results very quickly now.
All right, Nighat Siddique, when should we expect the whole process to end? Is there an approximate time, or is there a due process that will take its time? And of course, as and when the whole process ends, we'll be getting the results.
The process is already, as I said, the momentum is built, and it's picking up speed now. We're very hopeful that it will end soon.
All right. We also, I'd like to also, clarify something. We call these results unofficial and unverified until a notification comes from the Election Commission of Pakistan that puts its confirmation seal on these seats. How much of a time difference is there between all the results that come out and then the notification that is officially released by the Election Commission of Pakistan?
These are not final results, because if you remember, there's this postal ballot that is also very much there. After compilation of Form 47, Form 48 is prepared the next day, which will include all the results from 47, and then the postal ballot that has been received at the RO's office on 7th of February, a day before the poll. That is in a sealed form. It will be opened in front of the candidates or the polling agents. An RO is going to give a notice of that. Everybody will be there when they are opened and added. And then Form 48 will be prepared. That's the final result.